I'm gonna go ahead and bend you guys' ear for a moment here, if you don't mind. Now, this is gonna be a little fucking disclaimer at the beginning of the video. I hate doing these, but I have to in order to be able to grab you guys' attention on important bits that I think that you should hold onto. So, for starters here, The Bang 10. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I cannot thank you enough. I want to make sure that credit goes to this beautiful commenter who was in my Library of Ruina Rants Queen of Hatred part, and they did an entire fucking, like, Google document-sized strategy on how to combat the Queen of Hatred, which I had used to springboard off of. I used about 99% of the stuff that was on here, but there were some things. I talk about it in the video. I'm not going to go about it here, but thank you very much, homie, for doing that. And for other things in the future, guys, if you have strategies in a similar format of the way that this comment was taken care of on the Queen of Hatred video, please, 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 especially if it is for the Little Red Riding Hooded Mercenary fight, which is the next video that I will be doing, please post them, guys. This is infinitely more helpful, and I don't mean to bust balls or shit on anybody here, but this is infinitely more helpful than when I get comments where people just re-explain the mechanics of the fight that I had just gone through. This is so much more helpful than anything like that. If I have reference material on specific key pages and passives to use, specific pages, combat pages to use, and what specific pages they should be combating when I am in the fight, as well as the strategy and how I should be playing the fight, this is infinitely more helpful than anything, and I'm not going to consider it a spoiler, by the way, for being able to deal with the fight. I like figuring things out on my own, but I am still doing a let's play here, guys. I need to keep my forward progression going, otherwise you lose interest, I get annoyed, I don't want to pick up the fucking game because I know that I'm stuck on that one fucking fight. So, if you guys have strategies like this, and again, specific deck designs, if you want to give me like the 9 pages that you used right there, these key pages and these key passives on that key page, and how to go about these fights that I'm stuck on, post them. They will help me streamline the process to be able to get through them. You guys have no idea how useful this was for just getting through the Queen of Hatred fight. Like, instantaneously, the second time that I fought her using this, it was done. That was it. Like, it was the same general strategy that I was going to use from the get-go, but again, this just streamlines the progress and the process of it so much faster than any other thing that I can do. I'm still doing a Let's Play for you guys here, and I would like to get caught up to where the content is right now. And I can't find information about this game on the internet for, like, specific information, that is, unfortunately. I just have the wiki that tells you, like, certain vague things about the fight, and that's about it. It doesn't tell you anything beyond that. I can't just fucking Google this shit up and be like, oh, well, this is how you're supposed to combat this fight. It's a pretty niche game. There's not that much information out there, and I'm really just stuck to Steam forums and other forums to be able to get information about things. And even then, the information isn't overly useful. So anyway, I've droned on long enough. Let's go to the video where you guys actually get to see the Queen of Hatred fight. This was incredibly fun and incredibly entertaining to do. Again, thank you so much, Bang 10, for providing the strategy that is used in today's video. It was hella fun. So I will see you guys then. Hello everybody, and welcome back to the Library of Ruina. We are on to a pretty interesting episode here. So I had to do a little bit of a test play yesterday. I was going to originally record this yesterday, but unfortunately, I had a fucking dull headache yesterday on the first day that I had where I wasn't, like, expecting company by, and I could have done a recording session. Go fucking figure. So, like I said, I would have recorded and gotten this stuff going yesterday, but unfortunately, everything was just fucking pure unfiltered agony whenever I was looking at this monitor. It was awful. So today I am feeling much better than that. However, what we need to do is we need to beat the Queen of Hatred, and I have a very, very high hope of being able to do that after testing out a certain strategy that was posted on my Library of Ruina rants for the Queen of Hatred, actually. So if you guys are interested in any way, shape, or form, the strategy is very similar to what people have been saying about the She Association cards, but the actual thing that I am using and springboarding off of goes off of a pinned comment in that video, the Library of Ruina rants Queen of Hatred. And if you go there, there is a pinned comment, like I said, of a fucking big-ass list of... I cannot remember the person who did the thing, but I can put the edit right up on screen right here, because I'm like that, and that's the power of editing for you. But moving on, I actually springboarded off of this a little bit, so it's not perfectly the way that the recommendations were. I wanted to make sure that like 90% of these, you don't have a passive on here that I could use. I don't have a Yuna's page, but I can put a Kurakumo clan page in there for... I just realized that now. I'm gonna check all of these pages and make sure that they're set up. Jesus. Alright, cool, we're good. So basically, I should put slash damage on rather than bleed, but I think we'll be fine. Wanted to try to prioritize putting slash damage up, I wanted bleed, and then I wanted burn stacks on everything. And then if there was extra, I put in Tenmas just for the extra light, because it just makes light regen that much easier. But, the idea here is to continue on with the usual strategy of using Extreme Edge with the Valentin's page, because we have two Valentin's pages here, and then Eugen's page using Valentin's passive. Also, do remember that she's going to wind up having the extra strength on the rolls and stuff, so she has, like, the fucking home court advantage. And the general idea of the deck is just 2 Overcome Crisis, 2 Pupade Blockades, 2 Sunset Blades, and 2 Extreme Edges. Last can be any duplicate of those. At least that's what is stated in the strategy for it. However, I actually threw in my own little 9th card, the Marionette, because there is one massive flaw with this, or at least one massive chink in your armor that you kind of just have to eat on the nose, which is when she uses her mass attack page. And I like having a card to be able to counter that with. And even then, so long as you're using Eugen's page, there's still a massive downfall to this setup, which is that you have one less speed die that you can use. And in every instance that I have seen when I was doing the 2 fights, I could have beaten her yesterday, by the way, but I stopped. She was at about 30 HP, and I could have ended her in that round, and I almost did, and then didn't pay attention. But I didn't kill her. I actually didn't. So I stopped myself. But the problem here is that her broken speed die, every single time the mass attack page has targeted, and I don't think you can intercept it when they do a mass attack page, because it doesn't show that clash. I might be wrong about that, and we'll test it out, but even if that's the case, you're still going to wind up hitting her, though, and fucking up the hysteria gauge. But I'll just show you guys the strategy in general, how this works, because, like, they were kind enough to go through, like, all of the different ways that you should approach pages and everything on top of it. Like, it was a super helpful fucking strategy. Now, I would like to figure things out on my own in some circumstances, but if I ever get, like, brick-walled guys and you have, like, a fucking hard strategy like this man did, I am okay with you sending that to me, because it's not necessarily a spoiler if it's a fucking, like, a Google document of how to beat the character and all of the different ways to go through it, because I have to read through the whole thing to know it. Like, you know what I mean? So I can still springboard the idea. It gets me through the progression, you know what I'm saying? So I'm okay with that being the way that it's dealt with. So one of the main things right here is when it comes to marking target, Pupade Blockade. So that's one of the main ways to counter that one. And as for you, Cool X, I am going to Extreme Edge that. Actually, yeah, I have to overcome Crisis anyway, so I'll do that and then Extreme Edge. And then the other one is, I can Extreme Edge that as well, but do I want to? Nah. So what I will do is, you're going to do some extra damage here, and then I will Puppet Blockade that. Perfect. I would like to do some extra damage with Tiff Tiff, but doesn't look like it's going to happen. And now we see what happens. Alright, I wasn't supposed to win that clash, but that's fine. And basically, you just stack all the bleeds and the burns that you possibly can, and you get some free damage with Sunset Blade to be able to stack some more burns onto it, and it just... You hope for the best, really, and then you just make sure that you don't fucking make her berserk. I kind of want to berserk her once, though, just so I can see it. That's not what I wanted to counter, actually. Should I do that? Yeah, I'm going to, actually. I'm going to. I shouldn't, but we're gonna do it anyway, because I want to see her berserk. I want to see her go fucking ballistic, man. And then just, nah, I'll keep the light. Yeah, but that double attack for 3 to 8, what you're supposed to ideally do is you just go for it with Puppet Blockade. If you want her to be able to get her Hysteria gauge to go back down, that is. Otherwise, you can just Extreme Edge through it. Like I will be doing right here. What do you have? You do have an Extreme Edge that I will probably eat the fuck out of that with. Cool X is just gonna eat this one on the noggin. Because I'm a psychotic fuck, I'm gonna do that, though. Oh, fuck. I guess what we'll have to do is this, then, and then I will intercept with that. There we go. Alright, cool. I do want to see her go crazy, because I'm going to be upset if I don't get to see her in her final form at least once. And then Arcana Beats is just a fucking melee, so that's like the last one to go off anyway. Do your thing. Oh, that wasn't as cool of an animation as I hoped it was going to be. Damn it! Alright, whatever. But yeah, see what I mean? Like, that is always gonna fucking go after that for some reason. But I do want to see if I can intercept it. And you do not have anything to deal with that, unfortunately, so I'm just gonna have to fucking Extreme Edge it and hope for the damn best. Alright. Went through, though. I'll take it. We're probably not going to win this one anyway, but that's fine. We shall find out. I need more Overcome Crisis on... Get the fuck out of here, Norton Lifelock. I am well aware that Norton is no longer fucking supported by Xfinity. Can you stop reminding me? Fucking Christ. I would like to keep that, actually, unfortunately. I'm gonna have to... Ah, that sucks. I'd love to do the extra damage, but... I'm liking all the burns, though. It's beautiful. We might still win. That'd be funny. I can indeed puppet blockade something. I don't know what, but... Maybe I shouldn't. I need to intercept that one, unfortunately. That's not an ideal situation to be in, but I think I'm just gonna have to fucking marionette it and hope for the goddamn best. And I don't have an Extreme Edge to work with. Alright, cool, now we're getting fucked over by RNGesus. Oh, I love it. About as good as that was getting. I don't have to worry about Hysteria anymore now that I think about it. Just keep the fucking burns on her, man. Keep them burns going. Oh, cool, there isn't a 4th attack going. I'll fucking take it. What do I extreme edge with him? Well, first off, let me just see if she even has an extreme edge right now. She does. Alright, good. And I have a free puppet blockade, so fuck it. So it's working out pretty decently, even though I intentionally went for the fucking transformation. We'll still have to see how things turn out here, though, because this could still fucking go horribly awry. I actually do not have the passive on Buttercup for an extra light, though, I don't think. No, okay, I do. Alright, good. So she'll have 2 light next round, which is fine. Which will be when the fucking... Alright, cool, I can do that then. I can burn through all of my light right here if I really want to. I cannot take that, though, unfortunately, with Cool X. And I cannot intercept it, either. That's fucking unfortunate. Do I have the light one on you? No, I don't think so. Alright, no matter. I'm gonna have to fucking puppet blockade then. Let's do it. Cool X, try not to get fucked too hard by that attack, please. I hope it doesn't already count as, like, being weak to damage before the mark is on you. Because that'd be garbage. That extreme edge is so fucking crazy, though. I love it. It just straight up fucking staggers him right there. We may wind up losing Cool X here. Oh, there's no may about it, actually. That did not work. Ugh. That's okay, because we got her. We got her. Yeah, she's only at 16, so... Just in case, you know what I mean? Perfect. And there we go. And that is the Queen of Hatred, ladies and gentlemen. I didn't expect to fucking ace that the way that I did, but you know what? That makes me look that much cooler, and I'll fucking take it. So let's see what these cards are, because this is what I was looking forward to. I really hope that these are like some pretty baller-ass cards. So, single ally. After winning a clash using an offensive die, a random ally recovers health. After winning a clash using a defensive die, they recover. See, that already is a significantly fucking awesome card compared to fucking Matchstick. Don't get me wrong, Matchstick isn't like useless or terrible, but it's not... It's not exactly a game winner, you know what I mean? You're never gonna be like, or at least very rarely, you'll be like, wow, I'm so glad I put Matchstick on that character because I won the fight. But, alright. Single ally. The enemy who dealt the most damage to allies in the previous scene is marked as a villain, dealing 3 to 5 additional damage when it... Oh, fuck. I like that. I like that a lot. After losing a clash, take 2 to 4 stagger damage and gain 1 strength next scene. Up to 2 per scene. After losing 3 clashes, reduce the cost of the most expensive page in hand by 1. Interesting. It doesn't say that they have to be lost all in one scene either, too, right there, but it can only happen once per scene. So, those can be 3 non-consecutive clashes that you lose. It'll just cost you a lot of fucking stagger. But, that being said, reduce the cost of the most expensive page, though, which is, not gonna lie, it's cool to get the extra strength, though, so.
이것도 아니고, 이것도 아니고.
Not this, not that.
좀 도와줄까?
Need a hand?
혼자서도 충분히 가능해.
I can do this all by myself.
보기만 해도 어려울 것 같은 책들이네. 다 읽은 거야?
Jeez, just looking at the covers of these books makes me dizzy. Did you read them all?
대강은
Sort of.
뭐야? 양자물리학, 세포생물학. 책 위에 어려운 말들을 가득 적어뒀네.
Quantum physics, cell biology. You wrote some difficult-looking labels on them.
이곳의 책은 제목만으로 정직하게 알아보기가 힘드니까.
It's hard to recognize the contents of the books from their title alone.
게다가 정상적인 책을 구하기도 힘들고.
And it's even harder to find books that are actually readable.
그러고 보니 도서관에 굴러다니는 책 대부분은 완성된 문장이 별로 없었지.
Yeah, a lot of them didn't even have complete sentences, now that I think about it.
보는 사람에 따라 책의 완성도를 결정하는 거야. 처음부터 불완전한 책도 있지만.
The completeness of a book mostly depends on the reader, though some are just unstable to begin with.
읽으면 사라지는 책과 사라지지 않는 책의 차이도 그 완전성과 관련 있는 거야?
So does that completeness have something to do with some book appearing upon reading while others don't?
정확히는 모르겠지만 책은 완전히 읽혔다와 읽히지 않았다로 구분하는 듯해.
I'm not too sure, but I think it has to do with how thoroughly the book was read.
완벽히 읽어 책으로서의 기능을 다한 책은 사라지는 거지.
Once all the contents of a book have been read and understood, it vanishes since it served its purpose.
나 그런 비슷한 거 아는데. 빛은 관측 여하에 따라 입자이기도 파동이기도 하다며.
Yeah, I heard something like that. Light can be considered as a particle or a wave depending on how it's observed, right?
관측의 여부에 따라 형질을 바꾸는 그런 원리인가?
Maybe the properties of a book can change depending on a reader in the same sense?
나도 몰라. 제대로 알지도 못하면서 조금 안다고 막 붙이지 좀 마.
I don't know. Stop trying to make weird comparisons with your shoddy knowledge.
어차피 이것도 특이점처럼 얼렁뚱땅 작동하겠지. 그냥 그런가 보다 싶을 뿐이야.
It probably just inexplicably works like singularities do. I just roll with it.
엄청 당당하게 모른다고 말하는군.
You seem very proud of your ignorance.
모르는 건 모르는 거야. 그래도 이곳으로 오는 책들은 제대로 읽고 관리하고 있어.
I don't pretend to understand things I don't get. I still make sure to read and manage all the books you send here, though.
같은 책이어도 읽을 때마다 그 내용이 달라지니까. 한 책의 모든 내용을 숙지하는 건 꽤 반복적인 일이라고.
The same book can show different things each time you read it. Understanding a book completely is a repetitive process, you know?
그리고 언제까지나 내용을 모르고 있는 건 짜증나니까.
And I don't want to stay ignorant forever. That's annoying.
읽을 때마다 그 내용이 달라진다라. 그래서 같은 책이 여러 권 필요한 것이군.
Different content every time you read it, huh? So that's why we need multiple copies of a book.
잘은 모르겠지만 네가 말한 빛의 특징이 싫진 않아.
I still don't fully get it, but I actually kind of like the properties of light you just told me.
바라봐주는 것으로 바뀔 수 있다는 건 조금 낭만적이니까.
The fact that something can change just by looking at it is romantic in a way.
에녹도 내가 곁에 있어준 것만으로 의미가 있었을까?
And maybe I held enough meaning for Enoch just by staying at his side.
에녹?
예전에
Enoch?
티프리트는 둘이었어. 너와 말쿠트가 말하던 두 번째 산말이야.
There were 2 Tifriths in the past, back in my second life, as you and Malkith put it.
우리 둘은 첫 번째 삶에서도 함께였지.
And we were together in our first lives, too.
그런가 봐. 그렇게 끈덕지게 붙어 있었다니.
Oh, is that your boyfriend? Sounds like you were together for a pretty long time.
에녹은 첫 번째도 두 번째에도 내 곁을 떠나버렸지.
Enoch left my side in both of those lives.
두 번이나 차이다니 안타깝군. 그래도 기운
God damn it,
차려.
Roland.
다들 헤어지고 나서도 잘만 살더라.
Damn, got dumped twice? What a shame. Keep your chin up, though. It's not like a breakup is the end of the world.
에녹은 죽었거든.
Roland, he died.
그리고 에녹은 그런 가벼운 말로 표현할 수 있는 존재가 아니었어.
And Enoch wasn't someone who could be put in such light terms.
정말 죄송합니다.
Oh, I'm terribly sorry, miss.
제가 너무 경솔했습니다.
I apologize for my carelessness.
괜찮아. 그래도 두 번째 에녹을 떠나보낼 때
It's alright. When I bid farewell to Enoch for the second time,
에녹은 의미를 찾을 수 있을 거라 믿었거든.
I'm sure he could find the meaning he was looking for.
우리 삶에 의미가 있을 거라고.
That our lives and sacrifices were not in vain.
모두가 쉽게 죽지만 분명 아무 의미 없이 죽기 위해 태어난 것은 아니라고 믿고 있었지.
We lived in a world where everyone died so easily, but he believed that dying a meaningless death was not what people were born for.
어려운 이야기인 걸. 그 의미는 찾았어?
It's kind of hard for me to follow. How about you, then? Did you find the meaning?
아마도? 그리고 내가 부여받은 의미는 빛을 완전하게 해서 제대로 사용할 수 있도록 하는 거야.
Maybe. The purpose given to me now is to complete the light so that it can be used properly.
다들 전부터 빛이라고 하는데 대체 그게 뭐야?
Everyone's been talking about that light thing. What exactly is it about?
로보토미의 특이점에 대해 들었지?
You've heard about the Lobotomy Corporation's singularity, right?
뭐 대강은 마음을 물리적으로 구현하는 기술이라고 들었어.
Well, yeah, kinda. Technology that physically manifests the mind, was it?
맞아. 물리적으로 발현한 마음이 다시 비정령의 상태로 사람들에게 스며들 수도 있는 거야.
That's right. Those manifestations can also be dissolved back into an indefinite form and seeped into people's minds.
뭐 그럴 수도 있겠네.
I guess that makes sense.
로보토미사는 도시 사람들의 병든 마음을 치유하기 위해 빛을 모았어.
Lobotomy Corp gathered the light over a long time to cure the ill minds of the city's denizens.
물론 겉으로는 에너지 회사라는 명분이 있었지.
Of course, all the while operating as an energy company on the outside.
날개가 될 정도로 에너지는 어떻게 모은 거야? 사람으로부터 끄집어냈나?
How did you generate enough energy to stand as a wing? Pulled it out of people?
특이점의 부작용으로 환상체라는 괴물들이 생겨났거든.
Creatures called abnormalities were created as a side effect of our singularity.
환상체라는 존재를 관리함과 동시에 환상체는 에너지를 뿜어냈지. 엔케팔린이 바로 그거야.
As we manage them, we learn that they emit a certain form of energy. That's enkephalin.
뭐? 엔케팔린 전지가 괴물에서부터 나온 거라고?
What? Those enkephalin batteries were made from monster produce?
진짜 엔케팔린 라이터로 여러 번 담배도 피웠는데.
Damn, and I used enkephalin lighters to smoke, too.
엄밀히 말하면 사람이지. 사람이 환상체가 되었으니까.
From people, to be precise. It's humans that are turned into abnormalities.
인간의 마음으로부터 나온 괴물이란 건가?
Creatures born out of the human mind, huh?
그 괴물들을 관리하는 과정에서 보나마나 직원들은 죄다 죽어나갔을 거고.
And I'm guessing tons of employees died during the process of managing those creatures.
맞아. 그렇게 로보토미에서는 엔젤라가 말하던 무대가 펼쳐진 거야.
You're right. It was all part of the stage play that Angela mentioned.
도시답구만. 사람을 치유하기 위해 사람을 줄창 죽여대던 회사. 거의 뭐 날개 들어있는 괴담의 클리셰야.
Quite typical of the city, eh? A company that massacred people with the end goal of curing them. It's almost like a cliche for all the myths about the wings at this point.
난 다른 날개들에 대해서는 잘 모르지만 역시 그렇겠지?
I don't know about the other wings, but they probably aren't too different, right?
그렇고 말고.
Oh, they're totally the same. Hold on, let me go back. I think I read that one wrong. Alright, no, so he's agreeing with her then. Alright. It just sounded like he was saying on the, like, basically an on the contrary, underhanded comment there.
그 반복을 끊고 싶었던 거야, 우리는.
That's the kind of cycle that we wanted to break.
그 반복을 끊을 수 있게 해주는 게 바로 빛이라는 거군.
And the light being the means to achieve that, huh?
강제로 사람들을 세뇌하려 한 것 같은데.
Sounds like you were trying to brainwash people with it or something?
그런 단순한 얘기가 아니야.
It's not as simple as that.
그거야 뭐 생각하기 나름이지.
It's a matter of perspective, really.
나도 이런 큰 줄기만 알아.
To be fair, I only know the general outline of things.
그래서 나도 보고 싶어. 정말 이런 반복을 되풀이하고 있는지.
So I want to see for myself if those cycles are really happening out there.
엔젤라와 마찬가지로 세상에 대해서 아는 건 별로 없거든.
I don't really know much about this world, like Angela.
맡겨만 주십시오. 앞으로 티페리트 양을 위해 적당한 책들을 가지고 올 테니.
Well, leave it to me, Miss Tiff. I'll bring just the right books for you.
그런 말보다는 행동으로 보여줘.
Let your actions speak for you, then. Decent interaction. They always go into detail about stuff, too, that they don't even necessarily need to go into. Like, the whole entire concept of how the books work. It's not a negative criticism in any way, shape, or form either, too. It's just that extra, detail of going into things in the world just makes it seem that much more organic. Like, it's that much more real of a world when they talk about normal things like that. That you might just be a passing thought that you have of, how does this happen in this world? Like, you know what I mean? So, I find that pretty dope. Also, apparently, we have another one. Oh, fuck me. I might have to take a swing at that one later. But I'm gonna go ahead and call it for now, because now the next thing that I need to do is I need to figure out the wolf now. So, I need to do the She Association all over again. On top of make another librarian here, I think. Oh no, she doesn't have access to another librarian yet. Fuck me. That's so weird. So she just already has access to the next one after that? I mean, whatever, I'll take it, man. So we can try Tifret's next one afterwards, but I don't know. We'll take a look afterwards, but I'm gonna go ahead and cut the recording, though, for now, and then I will jump back into this one at another time period when I am able to think of my strategies for things. But I gotta go ahead and destroy the fucking She Association again and get some more She Association cards because I'm retarded and I didn't keep one for Gabora Floor when I burned them all. And then we'll probably move over to Cheese after that. And then I don't know. Because I would like to get these middle floors, like, actually usable. Would be nice. So I want to figure out my abnormality shit with the cards that I have right now. But that being said, guys, that is going to be it for now. I appreciate you dropping by and getting that lore dump there. So I will see y'all later.